Can I jump in for a second? We'll go back to your comment of equity is expensive, right?
Hmm.
And for me, who I've raised a lot of money for businesses before, and I talk to founders, and you're absolutely right. The thing that gets written up is the group that sells for, we sold for $1 billion and we raised $2 billion to get there, right? It's so much money gets thrown into these businesses and they talk about the big exits. But when you think about the founders, holding on to that equity not only can put more money in your pocket, it means the hurdle that you have to clear to put that money in your pocket is a lot lower. And chasing those hurdles with money is, man, I think it's a recipe for disaster. And so I hate
Hmm.
to see when my fellow founders go out and they raise more and more money and they're just putting the bar higher and higher for themselves to get the same outcome that they might get, today or 9 months from now, a year from now. So I think that's a really important point. Thank you for sharing that. The other thing I want to jump into is this: you found it investment bank, and what I love about it is it's like, let me just get smarter, right? So what is my company worth? You're not saying, hey, I'm for sale, but let's learn from people that really understand my industry from a financial standpoint. Um, with us, with Exitwise, what we tend to do is get 3 or 4 of those investment banks that are perfect for you, that know what your company is worth, to put all that analysis together, not in, I'm not sure if you said 6 weeks or 6 months or whatever. We do it in a very short period of time. And what's so interesting about it is you get all of these perspectives from experts, and you end up seeing kind of a distribution and having a high degree of confidence of what your company is worth today, but also the things that you could do to increase that valuation. So again, like, I just think you're punching above your weight here to know to go out and look for an investment bank, get their advice on valuation. I think that's a point I just didn't want to overlook. You don't just go to them because you want to sell. So
Yeah, and it was like I just knew enough to be able to reach out to them, right? It
yeah,
was just like not much more than that, and that was the having my experience was again like from these podcasts and books and things that I read. I didn't even know who to call. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have like this person I could just pick up the phone and ask a question to. I didn't really even have a board. I mean, I didn't have like the stuff that other people have today. Definitely didn't have an Exitwise like
yeah.
for someone to be able to reach out and just have a conversation and be like, what should I do next? I just knew, hey, I'm going to call this investment bank and meet with them and see where it goes. And that's the theme of like life. And from my perspective, is that you just take that next step. And then all of a sudden you're now in another room and that other room has different doors. And then you just pick one. And that's how you evolve as a human, I think. And that's kind of what happened. And things just progressively started to get more and more interesting.